Tales of make-believe may scare off gullible travelers, but not me. Those ruins belong to me now. My people will be cleansing this curse in no time.
You will only join Galgala's collection of puppets. If we see you again, we will assume you are a vessel of his and kill you on sight. You have been warned.
Ugh, these Ashlanders and their wild superstition. They speak of spirits who take the bodies of mortals as their own, using them as puppets. Half-truths and exaggerated nonsense to scare off fools. Do I look like a fool to you? That was rhetorical. Ah, a far-fetched tale, nothing more. I won't be scared off by stories of ghosts. Haunted or not, that's my land. You look more competent than the ghost hunters I commissioned. Perhaps you could ensure they don't wind up dead before their job is done? Oh, haven't the foggiest. My people will explain their needs when you find them. The details aren't my concern. I only care about results. Ensure they cleanse Valenvarion, the ruin east of here, and you'll be handsomely rewarded. Do we have a deal? Why are you still standing here? If I wanted to exchange gold for vacant stairs, I'd find a skooma den. Ask then, but badgering me isn't going to get you any closer to a bag of gold. Come on, out with it. What's there to tell? They're old, they're ruined, they're filled with spirits. If you want to believe the Ashlanders' folktales, one of them can possess mortal bodies. I hold the deed, so I don't care what's laid claim to the land. Evict them. A bunch of self-proclaimed ghost hunters. They were my only option on such a late notice. By the look of them, they could use more muscle. That'd be you.
Do not be fooled by the man outside. Galgala is not a spirit to be taken lightly. Those he sent to Valenvarion are already dead, though their bodies may lie convincingly. Galgala is a body shifter, a spirit who expels living souls and uses their bodies as puppets. Though his spirit is bound to Valenvarion, once possessed of a vessel, he is free to roam and lure more into his trap. Our wards would not allow evil spirits to enter the camp. Lord Thonlin is simply, as the outside people of Vardenfell would put it, an ass. If we knew, Galgala would not still exist. Killing him while he occupies a vessel only frees his spirit. The only answer is to offer nothing to him. Wisdom the man outside does not hear.
Assuage your doubts, my friend. Farwyn is a righteous woman who smites evil with her depth of goodness. She will be fine.
Right. Oh, Lord Thonlin must have found us a bodyguard after all. You'd have to be crazy to wander around here with all the ghosts, unless you knew what you were doing. Lucky for you, this case seems standard. Just some mad spirits in need of final rest. Well, we have a name, Galgala. That'll help us call him out, find out what's ailing him and all that. That'll make things a little bit easier, so long as he's not one of those spirits that tries to possess people or something. Wait, what? That changes things. A lot. We've only dealt with a possession spirit once. We lost our friend Lonnie dealing with it. That bastard Thonlin said nothing about this. We need Farwyn's wards set up, fast. She went to set her protection wards around the site. Standard practice is to scout for optimal placement. Find Farwyn and make sure those wards get set. It should buy us time to figure things out. That'll be a start. Do what you need to in order to get Farwyn back here safely. We can't waste any time. Possession spirits aren't to be taken lightly. I'd love to, but she's tight-lipped about the secrets of her old gods. Maybe I should be less stingy in my donations. Shars and I know a trick or two of our own, but it's Farwyn's wards that have always kept us safe. We'd be lost without her.
I see the ghosts are still on my land at Theo, and here you are just standing around.
So good of you to join us, Lord Thonlin. I'm sure your motivational presence won't be a distraction at all.
I do hope our friend Farwyn is all right. Her religion and gods interest me greatly. Though my giving nature is often beholden to so many worthy causes, I am without means to support hers. Perhaps once we are paid for this mission, I will learn more.
I don't know who's the bigger fool, me or them. I can't believe I'm paying for this.
Do not distract me, stranger. I am imploring the old gods to help me settle the restless spirits of this place, and it is a conversation only for the faithful. I must know exactly where to place my wards, or evil will prevail. My reputation precedes. I must apologize if you've come all this way seeking enlightenment. I would open your eyes to the truth of the old gods if we met under more pleasant circumstances, but now is not the best time. Your help is appreciated. I can fend for myself, but conjuring these wards is taxing, and establishing a spirit barrier is only the first step. I must continually channel the flow of magic to maintain it for any extended period of time. The wards must align around a focal point as near to the haunting as we dare. Poorly placed, the spirit barrier could appear in an undesirable location. Inside solid rock, for instance, and I'll only have the strength to attempt this once. A body shifter? Old gods protect us. Not everyone survived our last brush with something like that. I must pray. There. The old gods have lit the way. I shall follow you and save my strength for my magics. Not good. These spirits are being drawn to where our wards need to be placed.
So nice to have visitors, and so many. Who shall be my favorite, I wonder?
It's done. Spirit knows what we're up to. We need to hurry before it decides to stop toying with us. The old gods show us their favor by marking out where the ward should be placed with a holy glow. We must heed them, quickly. Possession spirits are not to be trifled with. More ghosts. They must be under the sway of the body shifter. He owns the soul.
Now, aren't you an interesting pair? More lively than the other ones. More vital. I look forward to wearing your skin.
This evil has lingered here for a very long time, but have faith that the old god's power is far older. There! The last one! Clear the way and we'll be safe soon enough.
Such a pretty, hopeful smile. I'll have to practice it.
No! Touch the light! Set the ward! Ah!
My righteous friend, what are you doing with your hands?
It intimidates the ghosts when I stand like this. It tricks them into believing that I'm the one wielding this power.
You look like an idiot.
Begone, evil spirit. Well, at least the ward is keeping the spirits out for now, which is good considering we're nothing more than vessels to them. I'm not ready to give up my body just yet. Still some good years in this one. But where's Farwen? She must be with you. We have to get her back, before it's too late. She's not lost. It's no easy thing casting a living soul from its body. We have time, but she's not the only one in danger. This shield won't last very long without Farwen channeling magic to it. I don't suppose he offered us a handy map or some directions to where he's hiding. No, of course not. This damn spirit wants to use one of our own against us. Well, two can play at that. If we can lure a spirit into this ward, we'll have it under our control. Temporarily, anyways. We'll be able to question it. If the spirit is bound to this Galgala, it'll be compelled to tell us where he hides. By breaking it down to its very essence and then rebuilding it again, I need you to destroy these spirits until you find one powerful enough that its essence remains. Bring that essence back to us, and we'll do the rest. Place the essence in the circle here. We're ready to begin the summoning. Rise up, spirit, and be bound to my command.
Why do you summon me, vessels?
Vengeful spirit, you will tell us where your master holds our friend.
Silence, weaklings. I will speak to the one who brought me here.
Wait, that's not how this is supposed to work.
You lack the will to command me. Yes, you are strong. I understand Galgala's interest now. You will make a fine vessel. Ask what you will, but our time is short. Determine your questions wisely. Ha ha ha! Galgala does not hide, but a good first question. He is not here. This ruin merely acts as a dungeon for his captive souls. You will know it soon enough. His fortress is near, if you look closely. The lava pass under the bridge of stone. She clings to her shell. Our master likes to toy with his puppets before their end. I remember my death vividly. If Galgala were to be defeated, I'd not be saddened. But there would be consequences. Last question. Choose carefully. Your friend will die soon. Destroy Galgala's vessel, and his essence will seek safe harbor in her weakened body. His power will sustain it, and she will live, buying her a few more precious years. If she's strong enough to suppress him. I'm sure you do. I'd like to see how this ends, but alas.
And there goes our ward. Guess Farwen's spell could only hold so long without her being here.
Ward or not, I expect my land to be cleared, and soon.
We sure are out in the open now, aren't we? I hate to admit it, but we're in over our heads. We have to do something to get Farwen back, but you heard what the spirit said. Shars and I aren't warriors. There's no way we're defeating Galgala. I mean, I know you're supposed to be our bodyguard. I just didn't expect we'd need the position to be taken quite so literally. You know what? I'm going to let you do your job. I might even know where Galgala is. Right. We passed it on our way here, just south. I'll mark it for you. Go and do whatever it takes to save our friend. Farwen's strong. If anyone can deal with an evil spirit in them, it's her. It's too dangerous to stick around without the wards. We'll drag Lord Thonlin back to safety, kicking and screaming if we have to. I don't care about the money, just save Farwen. But if you do banish Galgala, we'll have means to celebrate with. All right, team. We're packing up and heading back to town. Our friend will handle it from here.
What? What are you talking about? You've hardly done anything. I expect you to clear this ruin, not run away with your tail tucked between your legs.
Seeing as you withheld information that's jeopardizing the lives of my team, you voided our satisfaction guarantee. We're leaving. I suggest you follow.
Hope to greet you as a friend, but we will be very close soon.
Am I free? I was a prisoner. I can't think. I had to get away. I feel better now. The pain, it's fading. I feel so light, drifting away. Am I dead? Galgala. Yes, his presence is all around, smothering. I need to rest. I'm so tired. I have to stay awake. My body feels so heavy, but gods, it hurts. I can feel him clawing at the back of my eyes. I don't know that I can do this. I don't know. Finish me. End my life before this spirit can take control. I don't want to be his puppet. What do you know of my gods? The irony. My fate left in the hands of my faith. I want to live, divines. You hear me? I am going to live. It's quiet now. It's quiet. Let's get out of here.
For the 80th time, help is on the way. I've received assurances from House Redoran. They will handle this trouble in the mine. You need only be patient.
Patient? The foreman just dragged another egg hand out of the mine and he's worse than the rest. This is on your head, Mobena.
I presume you've come here seeking work? I'm afraid the mine may be closed for some time yet. Not too long, of course. Anyway, feel free to stay as long as your coin purse allows. Our innkeeper will no doubt appreciate the business. Some of our egg hands have fallen ill. We've elected to keep them in the mines until we find the source of the sickness. Just a precaution, mind you. Surveyors from House Redoran should be arriving any minute to, you know, survey. Trapped? No, don't be absurd. It's not as if they're itching to leave. Look, House Redoran will sort this out. Speak to Foreman Lothdar if you have other questions. He's just over there, by the mine entrance. I have other matters to attend to.
And our hero returns. Let's hear it for our friend here.
To bravery, honor, and righteousness.
May the old god's blessings be upon you. No one needs to know what actually happened to Galgala. I I have things under control.
We were wondering when you were going to arrive. I told the others to wait until you got here before we began celebrating, but Shars found the drinks and one thing led to another and, well, I'm glad that you're here now. Good spirits. I'll have to remember that one. Why wouldn't we be? You saved our dear Farwen and rid the world of a terrible evil. Farwen told us all about your battle to banish Galgala, the stuff of legends. She said you destroyed his material body and drove him out of those ruins. With Galgala gone, those other bound spirits will clear out soon enough as well. Not even Lord Thonlin can argue the results. Our job is a success because of you. As promised, here's your payment. I even threw in some extra for going above and beyond what we could have ever asked of you. If we ever decide to start an official Ghost Hunters Guild, you will be the first to know, my friend.
If you all excuse me, I'm going to find some more wine. This day has been quite taxing.
Your actions are selfless and courageous. You have proven yourself worthy of the name friend. I would buy you a drink to toast it, but my coin is already pledged to the orphanage of my homeland. Come to think.
I'm sorry. I just needed to take a little breather away from everyone. Just a bit to get my strength back. Then I'll be as good as normal. No one needs to know what actually happened to Galgala. I have things under control. He's gone from the ruins, which means we did our job and get paid. Why else does it matter? I'm thankful for your concern, but the Eight will protect me and guide my hand. Now please, you're making much out of nothing. I will be fine. Did I say the Eight? I believe in all gods, the Eight included. It's part of my strength. In fact, I should pray. Right now. Good day. I'm sorry. I just needed to take a little breather. No one needs to know what actually... I'm thankful for your concern, but the Eight... Did I say the Eight? No one needs to... I'm thankful... Did I say the...
Maybe we should make things official and establish a formal business. Vardenfell has so many old spirits. There must be droves of people just looking for someone to call on. We'd need a name, though. Something catchy. Farwen? Certainly. I really can't thank you enough for saving her body and soul from an ancient, monstrous spirit of pure malice. What's that look for? Oh no. Please don't tell me we didn't banish Galgala. I've already marked it down as a victory in our new guild job log. Wait, does this mean we didn't banish him? Is he contained? Is that not Farwen? Am I going to have to change the job log? What a relief. Farwen is strong, stronger than any of us. If anyone can resist such a thing, it's our friend. I will watch over her, though. But if Galgala isn't roaming about freely, that counts as a victory for us, right? Maybe we should make things official and establish a formal business. Vardenfell has so many old spirits. There must be droves of people just looking for someone to call on. We'd need a name, though. Something catchy.
Your actions are selfless and courageous.
A Quama Wrangler must remain lean and fit. Those tunnels can be narrow, you know.
I'm sorry. I just needed to take a little breather. No one needs to know what actually happened. I'm thankful. Did I say the egg?
Can't you hear it? The song, it's all wrong. We have to fix it.
Bah. Fresh air's not going to do the trick, boss. Whatever's down there has still got a grip on him.
Well, it's about damn time. You daffy House Redoran types have... Wait, you're not House Redoran? Ah, should have known better. You'd best move on, stranger. This mine's cursed. It'll snatch you up just like poor Thogbruth if you aren't careful. Sorry for growling and moping. We've just been waiting for these damned Redoran surveyors so long. Kind of lost hope, you know? My egg hands are in buckets of trouble. Some strange noise is turning their brains to pudding, driving the Quama mad too. It's put a hex on them. They won't budge. They just pace and hum and blubber like idiots. Practically had to beat Thogbruth senseless to drag them out here. Ugh, something in that noise, that song. It's got them by the beards and won't let go. Maris, mercy. Thank you, friend. I'm supposed to wait until the Redoran surveyors show up, but to some God with that. I want my people home safe. Do what you need to do, but don't stay in there long. I don't want that song to claim you too. Well, it's barely a song. It's just a mash of notes, you know? It crawls up behind your eyeballs and makes you dizzy, paranoid. I've been working in these mines for years, and I've never heard the like. Might have something to do with all the quakes. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but Red Mountain's been pretty ornery lately. We've been dealing with minor cave-ins for weeks. Could be that one of those tremors uncovered something it shouldn't have.
song is calling. You hear it, don't you? I can see it behind your eyes. Swimming in there. Can you see the melody? The harmony? Please, you have to see it. A song. The song. Do you see how it shimmers? Do you see its tones, its colors? It should help make things clear, make things whole, but it doesn't. It doesn't. It has to be fixed. Open your ears. You have to find it, the melody. It's shattered and hidden, you see? Tucked away in the noise, but it's there. It has to be. It has to be.
It's not time yet. It should be quiet. It should be sleeping. Damn groundquakes. Must have been. What are you? No! I can't leave. Not yet. I tried to follow the foreman. I did. But it won't let me. Not until everything is as it should be. Not until everything is perfect. Yes! Yes, the song! You've heard it. I can tell. It should be quiet. It isn't ready. It isn't perfect. But someone interfered. The ground shook and... oh, the meddling! They broke it! They ruined it! Yes, yes, but not one of us. No, it's a tinkerer, a meddler, poking around and breaking things, soiling them. He has to be punished. Yes, the song has to be pure, has to be perfect. If not, the consequences... oh, the consequences!
Dead and gone just like the rest. The song made it happen. Made Quama, Breton, Queen, Egghand, all the same. All just meat. They killed her. Killed their own queen. Do you see what it does? What it's doing? Broken. All broken. Just the mind for now. But soon, everyone... It's spun out of control. Can't you feel it? It echoes and grows. Echoes and grows. Soon it'll be too loud for the mind to contain. Everyone will hear it. Everyone. And then... No! We have to fix it. Has to be fixed. Has to be perfect.
really thought I had it that time. Curse you, you buzzing hunk of junk! This is spite, isn't it? I'm sorry I broke you, alright? Oh, I should never have touched this damn thing. Stupid Revis. Just have to tinker with everything, don't you? Gracious! You nearly gave me a heart attack. You're a Redoran enforcer, aren't you? Look, I'm near to fixing this thing, I promise. Wait, how are you not a mumbling imbecile? Don't bother answering. I can't hear a thing. Ears are plugged, see? Civilized? Oh dear, you're just as mad as the others, aren't you? Look, try to focus. This resonator is broken. I need to set these dials to the correct sequence, but I can't hear the tones. Are you aware of any sequence it could be set to? Just nod. Excellent, he said, expecting the worst. Just turn these dials until you think they're in the correct sequence. That lever there seems to execute the pattern. I'm sure that if the dials are in the correct position, something will happen. Well, that didn't work, but keep trying. There are only 1,024 possible combinations after all. We'll have it in no time.
Well, that didn't work. But keep trying. There are only 1,024 possible combinations after all. We'll have it in no time. Something's happening. I think you got it. Yes, that's it. It's working. I hope.
What happened? Come on, let's get out of here.
Ha! See? Everything worked out. I have a small camp set outside of this room. We can talk there. The hero of the hour. You have my deepest thanks and most heartfelt compliments. The fact that you fixed it in your clearly addled condition. Exemplary work. Just exemplary. Seems like it's quieted down. I do hope it stays that way. The hero of the hour. I can offer little more than a guess. When you corrected the melody, the resonator returned to a dormant state. Some kind of slumbering function to conserve energy, maybe. What matters is that it's quieted down. Thank goodness. Oh dear, I hope so. Their exposure was fairly limited. If they had remained for another day, though, difficult to say. Please, let the foreman know how truly sorry I am. If there's anything I can do to help, feel free to call on me at my tower. I do wish I could have done a more thorough study of the resonator. What do you think they would do with such a device? Enslavement, perhaps? No, not enslavement. Oh, that's too obvious. Please, after all you've done, I'd say you're entitled to ask me several somethings. A dwarven resonator. A tonal amplification device meant to alter thought patterns. That's my hypothesis, anyway. The tones clearly have a powerful effect on the brain. To the dwarves, though, it might have sounded like a lovely song and nothing more. Well, not slavery in the conventional sense. The tone wouldn't compel the listeners to work so much as it would make working a source of profound pleasure. So the workers would be eager to work, you see? They might have even paid for the privilege. Well, again, slavery is a clumsy description. It's more like a transaction. Labor in exchange for brief, pleasurable sensations. Much like the skooma trade. I guess that's not much better than slavery, is it? Of course, this is all just conjecture. I hail from House Telvanni, a house obsessed with magical antiquity. We suffer from a peculiar need to tinker with, well, everything. I won't make excuses. I knew there were risks, but honestly had no idea that the miners would be exposed. Of course not. I've spent years surveying this ruin. I took so many precautions. Unfortunately, when I engaged the resonator, there were a number of minor tremors. They breached the wall between the ruin and the mine. The rest is tragic history. Yes, several days in fact. I erected a series of oral wards to protect myself from the resonator's effects, but I could tell I was slipping. Another few days and I'd have been as mad as those egg hands. I had to get creative. Yes, the wondrous power of Quama wax. Given a few minutes of heat exposure, it hardens and expands. Great for plugging leaks, mending furniture, and protecting you from ancient dwarven brain scramblers. First-rate stuff.
You did it! My egg hands started stumbling out of the mine a few minutes ago. They've got some bumps and scrapes and more than a few headaches, but otherwise no worse for the wear. What happened down there? A dwarven what? How did... I've worked those mines for years, and I've never seen a scrap of dwarf mischief. Where is this snow-backed dark elf? It was that Telvanni skeever Revis, wasn't it? Huh. More Telvanni trickery. And to think I'd almost warmed to that little dolt. Ugh. Enough grumbling. I'm just grateful that my people are alive and safe. It's only because of you, friend. I'll raise a bottle of mead to you every night, from now until world's end. Please, take this. You've more than earned it for what you've done. With a couple of days' rest and a few stiff drinks, we'll be up and running again. I guess I should go check on the Queen at some point. She's probably a nervous wreck. Always been a little skittish, that one. What? No, that can't be. The Queen's the heart of the mine. We mine eggs, for Mara's sake. Can't very well run an egg mine without eggs, can you? I'm sorry. It's been a rough few days. It was that damned dwarf magic, wasn't it? Revis, I want you to find that scrawny little wizard and tell him the bills come due. He wants to help? Well, now's the hawking time. If he doesn't fix this, we'll sick the Redarin on him. He doesn't want that, believe me. Revis lives just north of here. You'll see a tangle of old rope bridges and rocks. Kine only knows what that wizard does out there. Make sure you really lay into him, huh? I'd do it myself, but I've got to take care of this lot. Of course not. Too busy praying and hollowing out bugs, no doubt. But make no mistake. If they find out a Telvanni mage has been poking around in their territory, they'll come down on this place like a Dawnstar gale. That's a question for Revis. Frankly, I don't give a damn how he fixes it. He just needs to fix it. Tell him to use some of that Telvanni magic to conjure up a queen or something. Wait, that's a terrible idea. It'll probably end up eating us. Then it'll fall to the houses to sort this mess out. Of course, they'll probably be too busy posturing and politicking to help us. It'll be the egg hands that suffer most. You can count on that.
I knew that Telvanni would betray us eventually. We should have cast him out years ago.
another one missing. By the 3, how many eggs did they take? Ah, hello again, my friend. All's well and nicest, yes? I heard the bustle of the town when I returned home. It would seem our work in the mine was a success. What a relief. You care to join me for... Wait, what are you doing all the way out here? Oh dear, that is a problem. Damnable resonator. That is the last time I randomly flipped switches on an ancient dwarven machine. Never let it be said that Revis Demnavani shirks his responsibilities. I'll fix this. You have my word. Well, in addition to being a Dwemer scholar, I'm a compulsive egg collector. What? I have diverse interests. Anyway, I happen to possess a Royal Quama egg. Or at least I did. It seems that some cliff striders stole it from my hatchery. Tucked away in one of the beast's roosts, I suspect. I'm not sure which one, though. Find as many cliff strider egg heaps as you can, then mark them with this divining stone. I'll jot down their locations and prepare them for transport. You shouldn't have any difficulty finding the egg heaps. Just look for giant piles of hardened mud and feces. Did I mention that feces would be involved? No? Well, there will be feces. Loads of it. Ah, well, it only appears unguarded. I erected a series of powerful wards before I set out to discover the resonator. Unfortunately, I was down there for a very long time. These wards don't last forever, you know. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. I've never been interested in the brutes. They steal all sorts of things. Gauze, furniture, spare keys. They pack them in mud and feces along with their own eggs. Puzzling, truly. I guess it's possible. Like I said, cliff striders are very odd and unpredictable. All the more reason to find the egg quickly. Excellent work finding those egg heaps. Really, first rate. Now comes the real challenge. The mud slurry encasing the eggs is hard as obsidian. There's really no way to tell which heap contains the royal egg until we crack open the casing. Simple. We bring them all with us. I'm confident at least one of these heaps contains the royal egg. Of course, there's the other matter of getting the eggs out without breaking them, but, that's something we can figure out when we get to town. Oh, don't worry so much. I mean, you managed to disable an ancient dwarven resonator with 0 training. Extracting an egg from a pile of dung should be a walk among the daisies for you, right? This is going to work. Just you wait and see.
Until your house shows up, we have no other options. I'm willing to give anything a try at this point.
You'd welcome that Telvanni schemer into town after all he's done? You truly are a fool, Lothar. To oblivion with the lot of you.
Please tell me you have good news. I don't think I've got the stamina for another disaster. What did Revis say? Can he help us or not? A royal egg? The Telvanni had a Kwama queen just lying around? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. This might actually work. It would take an army to shove a full-grown queen through that mine. But an egg? We've got a real chance here. Of course, always a catch. Whatever you need to do to break that egg out, you do it. I'm gonna make damn sure he knows we're watching.
Sorry for the delay. Getting the eggs down here was trickier than I thought. Greetings, Foreman.
Enough with the apologies, Revis. Our mutual friend told me everything. Where are these egg heaps?
Oh, yes, I'll put them down by the dock. Should make the cleanup a bit less onerous. Feel free to go down there and inspect them. I'll just need a moment before we begin.
This better work. You've got a lot riding on this. So do you.
Lothar's gone, right? Good. I have news of the unpleasant variety. Based on the looks of the egg heaps, I'd say our royal egg is near to hatching. If the queen emerges before we put her in the mine, the workers will reject her. Our misadventures in the mine gave me an idea. Kwama seemed particularly susceptible to tonal magic, and tonal magic is simply the creative manipulation of sound. I propose we sing our young queen a lullaby. What? No. Simple music and a dash of magic should do. We just need a bard, preferably one that puts people to sleep. I can amplify the tones through magic to make a soothing, enchanted melody. It's brilliant. Yes, and what's more, I know a bard who can do it. Vigard the Sparrow. He's a talentless hack, but he's proven very adept at putting audiences to sleep. Word around town is that he's headed south. Track him down and tell him I sent you. That should be enough.
Somebody help me to hurry, make haste. It's me that these filthy creatures want to taste.
The hero approaches, a warrior without peer. Alas, all my gold was squandered on beer. The hero is selfless, the hero is kind. The hero won't kill me and rob me blind. I hope. I'm sorry. I always sing when I'm nervous. But I don't have any reason to worry now, right? No reason to quake and shiver with fright. Nisus? Those dirty miners don't understand my craft. Practically tossed me out on my ear the last time I visited. Rivas has always been kind to me, though. Very well, I'll meet you there. An impromptu performance for a Telvanni mage. Very exciting.
There you are! Are you a party to this ridiculous plan? We're paying some bard to sing to dung piles now? To soothe the royal egg with the power of music? Are you all deranged? This sounds like something out of a children's story. How is Lothar falling for this? It's clearly part of Revis's evil plan. Yes, we report this latest disaster to House Redoran, and they force House Telvanni to pay for our losses. While they're at it, they can provide us with another Quama Queen. A simple solution for a simple problem. That's beside the point. The house is very busy, dealing with some pressing threat to all of Vardenfell, no doubt. They'll be here any moment. I can feel it. The foreman wants to see you. He's down with everyone else at the docks preparing for this latest farce. While you are all playing your games, I'll be giving my report to House Redoran. They should be along any minute now.
There's my favorite hero. Everything is prepared. If you're ready, we can get started. Remember what I told you, Vigard? The sound of your voice should help soothe the Queen. Just sing from the heart.
I will, Rivas. Settle in, everyone. I've written a song for just this occasion. I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, Quama, sweet Quama, don't you wanna be a mama?
Something's happening. I think... Oh no. What is that?
Oh, look at that. It's just a baby.
Oh no! Something's wrong! Everybody run!
That was your last chance, Revis. To Sovngarde with you and your schemes.
Finally, your treachery is revealed.
Manor is right. The resonator activating, the Queen getting killed, that poor Bard losing his life. It's all my fault. I deserve everything that's coming to me. More like quarantining myself. I'm a natural disaster masquerading as a person. If I just sit here quietly, no one else will get hurt. Besides, we're out of options, other than breaking into the mine and planting the egg in the nursery, of course. You know, fetch it. You're right. I'm the one who got the miners into this mess, and I'm going to damn well be the one who gets them out. It will be dangerous, though. Planting things in Kwama mines always carries risk. I knew I could count on you. Head to the mines and look for the nursery. I'll retrieve the royal egg and meet you there. Once we plant the egg, the workers will almost certainly attack. You'll have to fend them off until the Queen emerges. Thank goodness you're here. We have to hurry. Our little queen-to-be is stirring. No time for pleasantries. Yes, and soon. We need to get Her Majesty inside the nursery before that happens. If the Queen doesn't take on the scent of the colony, the workers will reject her. So yes, urgency. Yes, exactly that. Kwama workers produce a pheromone unique to their colony. Unfortunately, these colonies often compete over resources, making them natural enemies. Hence the infanticide. Now, if you don't mind, this egg is getting very heavy. After you. Once this is down, the other Kwama are going to try and stop it from hatching. Make sure it does. Once they see it's a queen, they'll leave it alone. I'll head outside to ensure no one comes in before you're done. Good luck.
Damn it, Manor. Are these Redoran Oathmen ever going to arrive? Where are they?
They'll be here soon. The chance to punish this treacherous Telvanni is too good to pass up. House Redoran is going to make your house pay dearly, Revis.
I temper your expectations. I'm Telvanni, true, but my relationship with the Council is distant at best. I doubt it will mean as much as you think.
I was wondering where you'd gotten off to. Thought you might have moved on. I certainly wouldn't blame you. Between Manor and this owl-brained Telvanni, I'm about ready to head back to Skyrim myself. How are things in the mine? What? You're not joking, are you? I mean, I'm grateful if that's the truth, but how? So, Revis wasn't trying to destroy us after all. He's still got a lot of explaining to do, but for what it's worth, I'm happy I was wrong about him. Oh gods, what a day. I've had enough excitement for 10 lifetimes. I'm just anxious to get back to work. Here, take this. Without you, we'd still be dragging half-mad miners out of there. It'll take some time to get the mine up and running, but with a new queen, I bet we'll be even more prosperous than before. Thanks, friend, and safe travels. I hope this new queen is sturdier than the last. She's got a big job ahead of her. We all do. Here, take this. Without you, we'd still be dragging half-mad miners out of there. It'll take some time to get the mine up and running, but with a new queen, I bet we'll be even more prosperous than before. Thanks, friend, and safe travels. Revis, our friend here told me what you did. I'm still madder than a shaved cave bear, but you're free to go.
What? Excuse me?
You got us a queen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want you mending my clothes or making my food. I'd probably wind up naked and poisoned. But you did what you said you'd do. That's good enough for me.
Have you lost your mind? This miscreant can't be allowed to leave. House Redoran will hear of this. I'll report you too. I'll report this whole fetching town.
I'd be worried if I thought Manor's word counted for anything. Stay out of trouble, Revis. I mean it.
Well, I certainly didn't expect that. I thought the foreman was going to strangle me with his belt, but now we part company as friends. Remarkable. I owe it all to you. Without your help, my head would be decorating some Redoran's parlor. I'm at a loss. Help with the mine, of course. Provided Lothdar lets me. I have to learn to fix my mistakes. Or better yet, to not make them in the first place. I suspect the miners are still suffering from the resonator's effects. I'm sure I could brew a remedy. I'm getting the impression that Manor's threats don't count for much without the foreman's support. I doubt I have much to worry about. Thank you again. If you ever need another rare egg or need something broken, feel free to call on me, all right?
Rumor has it the Deep Crag Den was sabotaged by one of its own workers. You are most welcome, friend. What can I do for you?
Mead tastes best when worries aren't weighing you down. I mean, it tastes great when you're worried too. Mead always tastes great. I forget what I was trying to say. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll be celebrating the mine's return to glory once our queen grows up and our miners aren't fighting off the effects of crazy songs. For now, I'm celebrating the fact I don't have a Dunmer thorn in my arse anymore. Take your pick. Revis at least means well, but his luck's horrible. Manor, though. That man's ignorance and pride wear you down. You can only listen to someone's boastfulness for so long before you want to snap them in half. I haven't heard from that milk drinker since he ran off crying about his precious House of Redorin. I hope a Silstrider sat in him and he's stuck in its arse for the next eternity. It'd be the only time he was ever quiet.
Oh, just a little ditty I heard. Kinda catchy, isn't it?
This place is never quiet. That's good. I can't stand the quiet. I might hear it again. That device in the mine was silenced, but I can still feel its song. That's what they tell me. Simply a case of frayed nerves and ringing ears. The healers say it will pass. I swear, though, sometimes I can still hear a tune.
Dirt tracked everywhere. These miners have no respect for this temple. No one wants to kneel in muddy footprints. Some. We provide aid for the occasional adventurer and would-be explorer that limps out of the wilderness. That can be exciting. Breaks up the day. There used to be more acolytes, but they never last long. No glamour out here in the wilderness, I suppose. I'm used to it by now. Plus, I have Grumpy over there for company, if I ever need an earful of complaints. What ails them isn't like a bruise or broken bone. Dwarves meddled with things only the divine should touch. Or so I've heard. It may be up to the three to mend the damage here. I'll pray for them for what it's worth.
You won't find better arcane merchandise. Certainly not around here.
Hello there.
May I be of service?
me.